talking to Frank Farnel, Director of Public Affairs and Communication for GE Energy Europe. The event we've been at tonight, Frank, has discussed the role of regions and local government to a large extent. How can they help to reduce emissions and combat climate change? Now, as a communications specialist, clearly you have an opinion on the message that needs to be made so that the man on the street understands that when a government and a binding deal at government level is actually made, they will have to do something. So how would you go about getting that message across?
I think getting the message across on that subject is clearly critical if we want to fight adequately climate change. Mm-hmm. And as a matter of fact, the good thing about the Assembly of European Regions is that they have passed on that message to their constituents. And these constituents have already engaged themselves into binding obligations as to limit the level of CO2 in their own region. So one of the messages here, which is quite interesting coming out of Copenhagen, is that region will be, if not the total answer, will be a very big part of the answer to solving the issue of climate change. And as a company, as GE Energy is concerned, in Europe, we're very proud that we could engage ourselves with the Assembly of European Region in providing technological expertise to those decision makers so they know at least that the technology that they're looking for does exist, mm-hmm. and that we can reach together a very responsible and sustainable result.
Okay. Now, normally when we hear about climate change, we hear the input of governments, what governments are negotiating, how things are going to go ahead. And when it comes to financing, we all hear about what money is available from governments. Clearly, combating climate change is going to take trillions of dollars over the coming decades, and mobilizing private finance, the money from individuals and from corporations, is going to be very important. What sort of things are GE Energy doing at the moment that might be involved in that?
Well, you have to take the debate a little bit further. A couple of years ago, our chairman, Jeff Immelt, engaged our company into a global and transversal operations called Eco-Imagination. Within this program, the company engaged itself into large sum of R&D mm-hmm. to actually develop cleaner product, more environmentally friendly product. As far as energy is concerned, a lot of Eco-Imagination certification were given, mm-hmm. and we now have in our portfolio, that is, I remind you, a global portfolio of all energy solutions, okay. We now have solutions that are very much more environmental friendly. As we get to those solutions get picked up by our customer. This is one part of the answer of how to find, responsible solution and get them financed.
Excellent. Frank, thank you very much for your time this evening.